I'm badly stuck for a column, said I. Any chance, almighty bearded one, that you could help with predicting the happenings of 2020? He pointed at a bowl and in it were a few 50s in euro and a scattering of American dollars in large denominations. Nothing is for nothing in Kerry. I admit this was paid for journalism, which is largely banned, but I persuaded myself a visit to the seer was for the good of my country. The wise one stood up and urinated in a large porcelain urn. The steam rose from the hot urine and the prophet read the signs. He wasn't in a trance, and the wise one still took several bookings from American tourists, Paddy Power and the Greens. His knotted body hair cascaded down over him like catkins. It has been written that he has not seen his nether regions in 37 years. Then the wise one spoke of what will be. Donald Trump will finally be outed as a Russian spy. He will flee to Claire from America, just like the late Eamon de Valera. The U.S. president will run in the forthcoming general election. Mr. Trump will drop the D at the end of Donald. He will rebrand as Donal, which is more Irish-sounding. Already there is talk Trump will stop the Tipperary people crossing the bridge into Killaloe. Antip County Council will have to pay for the wall. He took a long pull from a herbal cigarette and drank the whole of the by now cold contents of the jug. Then he went. Danny Healy-Rae and Michael Healy-Rae will gain 88% of the vote and carry. The other 12% goes to councillors Jackie Healy-Rae and Maura Healy-Rae. Prediction: the Healy-Raes to take all 4 seats and they will hold the balance of power. The new government promises to fill all Kerry potholes with titanium as part of a deal to get the family to vote for it. The next prediction was the Greens will be a part of the next government. The forecast after that was deeply disturbing. The seer warned me thus. Do you want me to go on? My prediction is for truly awful news. Cataclysmic is the only word I can use. Will Trump nuke North Korea and trigger the end of mankind? I asked in a hushed tone. Worse than that, replied the teary seer. Dublin will win 6 in a row. We were silent then to take in the enormity of it. He consoled me by saying our pub would be full of dubs telling us how great they are. I texted the estate agent immediately and asked him to put up a "for sale" sign. There is good news, too, he said. He offered me a jar of fermented 90% proof urine, but I politely declined. Go on, said I. Good news, the waiting lists in a urine will cure all. Hospital trolleys will be sold off to the supermarkets for the loading up of all the cheap drink. The multiples announced they will now pay people to take cans of Guinness home from their stores. The country publicans in the meantime will pay full whack, thereby sponsoring the multiples giveaways. The blackguards, I said, not in a shy way. I asked about climate change. Greta Thunberg arrives in Ireland. Gives kids a half day off school to check if parents drove to work. Every night the guilty parents must do supervised homework about extinct birds and melting icebergs. Danny Healy-Rae goes raisitarian. From now on he will only eat vegetarian animals, like cows and sheep. The new government bans crocodile meat in Ireland as part of the election deal. The Greens call for nudity so as to end the appalling practice of clothes dumping by the young crowd who buy flimsy garments online for less than nothing. I sighed. I like wearing clothes. Go on, go on. Get it over with, that's it, he replied. Your time is up, unless you want to go on our Platinum Deluxe package. I duly paid up. It's back to the future. The outgoing GAA president announces Dublin are to be given a 5-point start in every match. The non-political GAA bans the singing of Come On Ye Boys in Blue until after the general election. 117 All-Ireland medal winners run for the Dáil. What about the North? I asked. No bother, said the seer. Stormont reopens. The DUP agrees an Irish language bill, but only if the words Tógfid, are banned from use. Sinn Féin and the DEP deny their reconciliation has anything to do with the alliance surge. The DEP agrees to a united Ireland, but only if members don't have to listen to Shane Ross in the new parliament. Boris Johnson's secretary tells him Arlene Foster is on line 4. "Arlene who?" replies Boris. "I tried to take stock. But there was no time to think. I was on the clock and I saw Leo Varadkar slowly making his way up the holy mountain. The prophet of doom rushed through the future. Easy up, I pleaded. Slow down, seer. What about the Dáil and political reform?" He answered immediately. The new government will be made up of Fianna Fáil, the Greens, Sinn Féin, and the Healy-Raes, who form the largest grouping. Michael will be Taoiseach, unless there is a funeral on in South Kerry, in which case the Taoiseach will take over. The new government will announce a 5-point plan. 1. TDs can now vote from home. 2. TDs who vote from home still get travel expenses. 3. TDs are allowed unvouched overnight allowance for staying at home. 4. Dáil announces TDs partners to get carers allowance. 5. Greens to impose carbon tax on nappies as a trade-off. "Time up," the seer shouted. I got up to go. So sorry was I that I came up that cursed mountain to listen to that one yak of a man. Irish Independent. Let's block ads. Why?